Yo, chat. 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 Here we go. Supposed to be and should be the final stream of Avowed. We'll finally finish this damn game. This game's great, but I'm ready to be done. 16 streams, broken up in like maybe 1 to 3 hours each stream, something like that, maybe. Give or take. A couple long ones in there. We are finally at the garden. I'm ready. Let's get this going.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Oh, why am I so anxious? I suppose you're right. I'm frightened, I'm excited. I'm a lot of things right now. Do you remember when monitized Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Of course, the power's invention.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. And only one chance to get it right. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
Do I even need him here for you?
Of course you are. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Who could rest at a time like this?
How much chatting we gotta do here, bro?
I must admit, I had my doubt. What possessed you to destroy the keep? You broke an egg to make an omelette, in other words. Maybe it isn't all bad. Maybe now the Wardens can decide who and what they are, with no traditions holding them back. Or maybe I'm guilty of wishful thinking. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways. Fate doesn't ask us what we want. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status. But at least you keep things interesting. Not before I've done something.
Holy
Let me get this straight. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement? Oh. I take it that wasn't what you expected. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands. What happened to Nandru was ages ago. No one is closer to S.T.A.L.K.E.R than you are, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. That's perfectly valid. Gods are terrifying in the best of times. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about S.T.A.L.K.E.R, it can't get any worse. I wish I could say the same for the living lands. You too.
Here we go. So,
Envoy, you're probably here to see how I'm doing, yeah? Well, I'm doing great. I always knew my home. I just never thought I'd have to stand by and watch while it happened. Right. A lot of blessed good it does now. But enough of that. You have a lot to do, and I'm right behind you. Right, changing the subject? If I must. Envoy? Blacked out at that Audra and the lava tubes beneath Solace. But it seemed different somehow. Right. I actually believe you. This is madness, Envoy. You spoke to the founder of Solace. Well, that's not what I was expecting. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunan who'd give anything to hear Nandru's voice. Blessed stay impressive is what that is. Envoy, what do you need? Thanks for talking.
Everyone's done talking now? Let's go. I like these two for combat. Kai for other stuff, or for combat. Alright, we have an ability point. What do we want to do here? We kind of gave up on leveling up wizard stuff because, like, it's already too late now. I'd like more slow down time. That was one I've always wanted, so we'll do that. 6, 4, 8, 7, 7, 8, 4. We'll do stamina. Damn. Are we actually gonna beat the garden or not? 2 party camps, 1 strangled Audra, 1 ancient memory. So not a lot of stuff, but
Wonder if Yahtzee brought her ladder.
whoa.
What? That's convenient. Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
I think we've found S.T.A.L.K.E.R's home.
Whoa. Kind of crazy. Finally here.
Here it comes.
I would have thought that was the Audra. Do they want to talk already? Oh. And I'm encumbered. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm carrying shit I don't even need, dude. Damn it. Whoa. Bunch of floating things, that's for sure. Some glowing plants. That's where we came down from. Alright, speed this up a bit. We get to a party camp and we will drop off a bunch of stuff. So we have inventory space. Gonna be a lot of traps.
Another win, but who's counting? You take lead. To your left. Ready, aim.
Okay. Stuff gonna spawn in with this also. It's giving us really good stuff. I mean, it's the last bit of the game, so.
I think this is the only way down. A cannonball!
Am I missing something? Guess we'll have to use a grenade. It won't let me. I missed it. Whatever. Fine. Oh, that's the way back down from up there. I'm assuming. Party camp. Here's one of the party camps. Alright, let's clear our inventory out. Shit we don't need. So maybe we could sell a bunch of stuff, but it's not gonna matter. I'm just gonna get rid of shit that we're not using. There. That's better. Now we have these dialogues to get these going.
What do you need?
It says you want to talk though. It says you want to talk though.
Envoy, what do you need?
Okay.
Before I've done some reading.
Okay.
When you find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I hope you tell them how much I love what they've done with this place. I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R definitely isn't docile. Not from what we saw on Mount Forja, or outside the ruins of Nakukubel. Exactly. And what are the odds that centuries of imprisonment have improved their temper? Setting them free means gambling with the lives of everyone in the living lands. It's not worth it, but it's not my call. I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, I mean, when, we escape this place. Lucky thing your Emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you. And some days you wake up and the deck of your ship's covered in bird shit. You can clean it up or you can step in it. That's the choice. You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one. And yeah, I know that's on the S.T.A.L.K.E.R road, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when S.T.A.L.K.E.R banned the practice in Paradise. That's mighty principled of you, but your moral state, not of S.T.A.L.K.E.R's, and that's not. You helped Ludwig destroy Naku, and while most people don't give a tarnished skate for godless ruins, they'll see that as a powerful demonstration of siege weaponry. Again, people, and then there's the oldest, now reduced.
Don't care about them. Don't care what they have to say.
This is why I stuck to soldiering. Fairly or not, and if I had to guess, I don't think S.T.A.L.K.E.R's been helping matters while you've been out here. If and when we get out of here, we're and you'll have to choose a side. I admire your principles, but don't... Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest and lost my stomach for it eventually. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this. Anytime. Good night, on.
Envoy, what do you need?
Alright, it's glitched. Do you know have anything to say?
Some dreams.
Guess I don't care.
A breath held. The moon has many faces. We know your light. We wonder. Dear, a debt of knowledge. We concede. The sky is green. No, we must recall. We would run. Roll with the tide, sink, whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently, disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot. We spoke of flowers. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now.
Most annoying character in this shit. Quit talking to me, man. Damn. We're already here, bro. We're here. Let us get there.
Child's play.
Ah, I see. Light armor. Receiving an elemental status applies that status to all nearby effect targets. Plus 25 frost shock. Oh. We'll see how this feels. So I don't know what I missed back that way, but whatever. Actually, nah, I need to know. How the hell do we get there? Why won't it let me? Pretty annoying, honestly. Summons a trio of skeletons to fight with you. Oh. I'm also gonna get rid of that ring that has that because it's still. We'll throw this on. Because we're pretty wealthy, so that'll help our critical hit chance.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
This is optional? What the hell, bro? Oh shit.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is a... But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go? Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit.
Godlike of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive? Who knows what is or isn't possible anymore?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence.
My mother?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus.
We heard, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when S.T.A.L.K.E.R speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. I don't hold you responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. Indulge me a moment. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is...
Not to be pedantic, but that was 4 questions.
We want to apologize on S.T.A.L.K.E.R's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize? Shit. This is going to hurt. S.T.A.L.K.E.R has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Chiara. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to. Our purpose draws to... May the living lands receive you with open arm.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
Give her space, dearie. Giada will speak more when she's ready.
God. How much talking are we gonna fucking do? Let's just get it over with, bro. Just wanna yep.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was S.T.A.L.K.E.R's. Generous? Perhaps. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research, when you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No Animancer can live up to that. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong. Of course I can. One thing is certain. When it comes to Animancy, I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now... they probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through Animancy, we could help the living lands recover. Then again, who am I to On the other hand, half the fun of... I think I know what I want. But there...
Just make the right choice for yourself. Again.
Of course you trust me. But we've been together long enough. The thought has crossed my mind, but no. I burned that bridge, and I don't regret it. Politics and small minds held me... I have a lot of catching up to do. And plenty of room, so be it. Starting today, I don't have... I knew they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. You and I do not always see eye to eye, but just this once, thank you for hearing me out.
If anyone's gonna lead the way for animancy, I can't think of a better fit than you.
Envoy? What do you...
Still glitched. Alright, buddy.
You too.
Yep.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
I was unclear last time. I will not repeat my mistake.
Out. Out.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Apparently, I must. Do you think you're special? With your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hope when even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland? You couldn't possibly believe.
It is true. She twists the knife.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that it's... The poor goddess. We could not excise the rot, and... There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke. A strong censure from one who was not there.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of... The answer is obvious to the... You are here now. There's... Face your false god, and... Your soul. Only you can siphon its essence into yourself. The path of justice is fraught. Oh, I leave you with a warning. It taints all it touches. Stay vigilant.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer. Company!
Sarcophagus key. Damn. Whoops. How do you get a sarcophagus key? We must have missed the path.
Actual working magfolk? It is the is it? Get off!
Change your fucking weapons, bro, when I press that button. Oh.
We make a good squad.
Damn. Maybe there was a key in that room with all the plants or something like that that I missed. Who knows?
What is that? I know that place, right?
So this is gonna be every single person. It's gonna be like this.
Oh, no. No, no, no.
It's gonna take longer than I
Why is
thought.
this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying.
Viate.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again? Right.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember?
We dealt with Razvan.
Yes. He is here as well. I don't think he particularly wanted to see you. S.T.A.L.K.E.R wants to understand. They know your envoy very well.
I have what I needed.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, You kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know.
You've always done everything you could to
So,
I feel strongly that there...
easier said than accepted, Viate. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it. I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a buck.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here.
Oh, it was good to see you, Viate. Even all this.
Take care of my little friend.
He actually helped fight. It's kind of cool.
Stand back.
Is this where I think it is? Is this where I think it is? Yeah, I think this leads us back to the beginning. I'm gonna find no damn key though.
What a massacre.
fucking hate that shit, dude. I was literally out of the radius of it, but whatever. It didn't do the effect. Cool. Bitch. Larger hit reactions. Needs powered up. I still don't know how we were supposed to have found a key.
Wait, isn't that Tama's Karen?
Are you seeing this too? No. No. This can't be. This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. It feels like I'm standing on a storm-tossed deck. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? That's the problem. I don't know what I expect anymore. I used to remember his face so clear. He was in pain, but... I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that. You're right. I am. It's like you said. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. And now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down. Better than I could have said. I never thought I'd... But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, now let's go find... When we reach them... I suspect you're right. Let's end this.
Just the door that we open.
Coming in hot. Aye, aye.
It's like the main area we need to get to.
Oh, no, you don't. One for you. Another glorious battle.
See, I'm missing stuff. Or maybe... Oh no. And then this way up that she opened does the last thing. R44 full combo attack deals high stun, greatly increases the distance traveling during power attack. Let's look at what it looks like. Pretty sick. We'll try this. Just see how it is, you know? Might as well. Probably never see it again. Now before we continue this way, we'll go around. But I'm pretty sure it just opens this door, if I had to guess. Yeah, I kind of don't want to waste my time on it. It feels like that's exactly what it is. Shit. Oh shit. Yeah, it just wraps around to that door. We're chilling. Let's go. Let's go. Could've caught him on fire. Still don't know why it allowed me to go back to the beginning. Oh, maybe to the party camp. That's probably exactly why. Lets me do it here. Sarcophagus key. Oh my gosh.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R is in its heyday, in its full splendor.
What is happening? As it threatens our... See clearly. We must. We must.
Gonzalo strangled Audra across all regions. So we're going back now. Very cool. This is where we would have came up at. Get toadstools. Hello. Where was it? It was back up here, right? It's down here. We didn't miss it. Look at us go, chat. We're getting all the secrets. Really? 100% maximum essence, 2% of your attack damage restored. That's cool. 100% max essence. What happens if I equip it? It brings it up that much. That is cool. But guess I could equip it if I was using my spell book. At least we didn't miss it. Had me confused.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those, plant people?
Wait, where?
Well, I've seen things not intended for mortal
Oh.
man.
Still need 6 more glasswood branch. I need petrified wood for that. I can make 10 petrified wood. And I want to make petrified wood and get hardwood. So I can craft all 4 of these. They make all petrified I can. They make all the black wood I can. And I can make all the glass. Dude, damn it. Make living steel trunks. Water level these all the way. We'll have enough toadstool. Oh, we'll need 8 toadstool for when we do this. Damn. 8. That might be enough. We just need more glasswood branch for that. But for these we need living steel trunks. And we need 16. Or no, we need... Wait, we need 28? Are you sure? Are you serious? We need 20. So we just need to make 20 more? There's 5. Might not be able to do this. And we're still really short. We have enough to at least do one of them maxed.
And uncovered.
Go up to fully upgraded weapon. We did that. Oh, we can't do stuff with only weapons. That's actually kind of cool.
The dark truth of my family's downfall.
Okay, there we go.
And how are you?
Well, let's definitely save. Alright, we go down to Giada. We go over to Giada, not down. Giada was... over this way. Down here. Now we're back where we were. That was cool, awesome. Not a huge fan of it. I was trying to find them, the dude controlling them all. Got him. Got him. Oh. Oh. Unmaker. Two-handed melee. 243 damage. So it's as strong as my melees. 260 stun. Better stun. Power attacks do 15 bonus attack. Critical hits do high stun to mage folk. So we use this against a mage folk. We'll have to give her a whir. Although we can't really melee the mage folk, we've realized. They kind of just fuck you up. They fuck you up. What? Why not? You sure you can't do it, buddy? Aha. Haha. Oh shit. Give you a lot of shit at the end of the game. It would have been way better to have a lot of this shit, like, earlier in the game. At least the last area. What are you doing here, man? Scared me. So we gotta climb this. Not yet. I feel like I recognize a lot of these areas. Oh, here's the ancient memory. Okay. Bro, it shows we haven't explored a lot of the rest of the map. Although we have done a lot. Still gotta find the other party camp. And we've just found the ancient memory. These take forever though. These take forever.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before. Nothing grows, nothing dies. Here or beyond, we cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone. Still wings. They took it.
Oh, just talking about real happened.
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. Now our memory, they came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel. We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed. How could we fight what we did not understand? A sword slashing darkness. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey. Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze. They could not kill us. They would curse us to oblivion. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered, soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. In raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing. No, we are something worse. The Akita trusted us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves. Extinction bought with blood. The victor writes with the ash. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you. We are the lamp. The wound numbs now. In the silence of our... How many voices lost? We sink into the endless night. Fish swims in circles. We are not sure we understand. We feel the hatchets in our bark. Our scars no longer pain. Soil stirs. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We...
Bruh. Constant endurance went below 50. Completed all ancient memories. We've been completing fucking everything in this game, man. That's why it's taken so long. I don't care for their abilities, really, so... We'll just triple up on these. I'd like this to be better. So we didn't get one? Or we can only have 3 at a time? We get this at the very end of the game, huh? Ooh, 2 full rotations. Increased by 5. We also have a necklace that allows us to bring out skeletons, and we have yet to do that. Forgot to do that. So this sword's kind of cool. But we're gonna pull ours back out. Love these abilities, bro. We've been increasing our stamina and our abilities to be able to just start swinging these.
Just like the good old days.
Okay. So what's over here? Just different memories and shit. Someone's dead up there. Broken aqueduct. So that's where we go. That's where it wants us to go. Goats. There's something yellow up there. Whoa. Inevitability. Inevitability. Damaging enemy gives you 3 damage reduction. 20 power attack damage to enemies with low health. We'll pull it out to check it out. Cool looking. cool looking. We'll attack something with it. At least a little bit. Oh shit. I guess we can go up here and climb now. So where does this take us though? So we've been exploring everything. Unlock a ring. Slowly regenerate up to 50% of your maximum health. We already have a passive ability that heals us, right? So, kind of unnecessary. In a sense. It's giving you a lot of stuff to be able to upgrade your weapons a good amount before whatever final shit we have to do. Not quite yet. Is this down where that gold thing I seen was? No. Something else. What the hell? Oh, I was about to say that doesn't lead anywhere. Here's where I seen gold. Gauntlets or shoes? Shoes. Yep. Had a feeling. 4 dexterity, 10 dodge distance. Is dexterity stamina? Oh, it's just action speed. And I have stamina, movement speed, dodge distance. I mean, they look cool. We do have the Wild Walker gloves and armor. If you equip all 3, does it give you special effects? That'd be kind of cool. Like Black Myth Wukong, whatever that game is. Equip all the armor pieces, you get a special effects. That would be nice. That'd be nice. I mean, we found a ring, multiple rings, we found the necklace, we found the armor piece, we found gauntlets and boots. So we found all of the pieces. And damn near all the different weapon types. So... like, this is very dangerous. Fucking knew it was. I knew it was. Damn it. I could have made down safe. It's been a long time since we've died. Wait, do I have to re-get that armor? We have to fight again. Oh my. I missed a big time. That's my fault. Gosh, man. Oh.
Show me what you got!
Do I even care to collect all this stuff? We already seen what all of it is. You know what I mean? So they have proof on screen of what all of the stuff is. I wish I could cancel this lag. Like Warzone, it's like cancel. Actually, in case I die, I don't want to have to go down there and get all that shit again. This is where we're saving it. This is where we should have saved it before. Okay.
Is that all you got?
Check your right.
It's a damaged mage folk.
Another win, but who's counting?
Oof. We've been down there. This is where it wants us to go to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, so we go this way.
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
This is stuff for her now, huh? This is the area for her. Some type of memory for her.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. I wonder who she was. She looks sad and familiar. This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly they wanted their story preserved, no matter the cost.
Damn.
Garlowain's gonads. Oh boy. I never told you this, but I've dreamed of this place every night for most of my life.
Yeah, we forgot to ask about the dream.
This is a godless library. An actual, real-life godless library. It's why I study the godless, because this place has haunted me since I was a child. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
Cool place to hide out, have a nice cool pint, and wait for everything to blow over.
I do love your idea of hiding out, Envoy. Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams.
What
Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an... No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and they tried to butcher. No. For some reason. Well, but how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And so I decided on another way. Poison. Well. Yatsli, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect her. Someone must tell the story of the Akita. I'm already an expert. Think about it, Yatsli. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But, Yatsley, if you do, the stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along. This is all too... Please, I ask for your opinion.
I was curious to see what they say. I mean,
I'm already intrigued. I'm so glad that one of S.T.A.L.K.E.R's chosen stands with you, Yatsley. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Oh! Did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at... You must keep Yatsley alive. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... She's gone.
I didn't even say what you're supposed to say.
Forgive me, Envoy, but I...
Completed all companion moments in the garden. Yeah.
I'll never understand the Akitan love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off. Your fire damage has 50% chance to jump to nearby enemies. That's cool and all, but whatever. What the hell, bro? Oh no. That's why you always save before you do jumping around. Yo, David, thanks for the like on TikTok. That was probably an accident. I still see that. Thank you. Thank you for the one like. That just a one. So it doesn't save all the traps locked up like we had them. God, I don't care for the trinket, but whatever. Whatever. Are you kidding?
So it's glitched. We can't even lock them up again. Oh yeah, and also you can't even touch a tiny sliver of it. It's not just the blades, it's the entire thing. So we're just gonna jump straight across. We're just gonna do we really have to do this? We can't turn these off. Save it here. Done dealing with that shit. That's dumb, we can't turn it off. I mean, we can't turn that shit off. Clearly turning it off. You don't know what you're talking about. They're just getting fucked up over there. Got my bad. So what's over there? Nothing? Just a toad? Thing? Oh. This was spinning though. Why is it? It already stopped spinning. Who's getting messed up there still?
This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop, catch our breath.
So we've been down there. You can't trust the mantling in this game. Alright, I'm done messing around, dude. I'm wasting time fucking around. I know I should have just climbed up and walked down. I was just like, I wonder if I can go around it. I already knew I was wasting time with that. I'm not wasting time. We're just gonna do everything correct. Just gonna do everything the correct way. Oh, it wasn't even the toe. That's something completely different. Fuck it. Oh,
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
yep.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's
Sounds like you're not.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways.
I feel it as well.
Ah, you don't have to. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me. Now that we're here, I'm... Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately?
I think so. The garden is... Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. And now, it's like we're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. So am I. None of us could have gotten...
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think... But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in. We all could. But I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive.
That actually made sense to me.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy?
Wink, if I told you it wouldn't be a secret.
No, you tease.
When we first met, but then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off, and then you found your own killer and turned him in. It's rare to choose justice over vengeance, but you stood by your principles. I think that's where you get your strength.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor. You saved my city and gave me a home. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporelings. You got my priceless face. What?
And now look at you. Look. Quite a lot, as it turns out.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about...
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want...
Get some sleep. There'll be plenty of time for sentiment and hugging later.
Looks like we're not upgrading that all the way. Oh, but we're about to do the Heaven Strike. Yeah. I do feel like I actually want this on. So I'll upgrade this some.
Envoy, I think I just need to say some things out loud, if that's all right. It's just... We have a god and an empire, both vying for our attention, and now I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option of... But... It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the room. It's not an answer I would have expected, but, well, honestly, no matter what... Settle down. Me? Oh, if I were to go back to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I think I'd go back to my old life. Dungeon diving and coming home to a... I think...
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now...
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think? You're right. Really, leaving them in Vidaro's hands is a fate I wouldn't wish on anyone. Thank you, Envoy. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. I'm sure Quilici would be relieved to know that I'll be back to make his life interesting again. And Envoy...
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
Now it finally works.
I've heard about the garden all my life. But thanks to you, I think I was ready for it. I mean, it was bizarre, but I could handle it. I will say, it's not really... I guess not, huh? It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others any... Pleasant dreams.
Before we continue into the end, I'll be right back.
So those green people in the garden, those weren't your parents?
No. They were S.T.A.L.K.E.R's dreams given life. Ancient sentinels bound by loyalty.
And they were plants because...
Because that's all S.T.A.L.K.E.R knew how to make. A smithy smiths. A baker bakes. A gardener gardens.
Right, I understand.
It's all right if you don't.
Good, because I really don't.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
But saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Marius. That is, if you think talking will help.
Well, obviously it wasn't my favorite thing, but...
Grief is strange. You lose someone, and you carry around a little hole inside yourself till you die. Or maybe the same is true for the dead. Your friend obviously loved you.
Yeah, how did we get on this topic? I thought we were talking about pancakes.
No, my bad, chat. I'm back. Oh, tried Fallout New Vegas for the first time yesterday. Oh, man. For the first time. You were in for a treat of a game, that's for sure. It's a great game. We might revisit that closer to season 2 of the new Fallout show. I gotta figure out when that's coming out. And we might revisit then. But we gotta beat this game. Here we go. Here we go. Surprised they don't give us all 4 for this fight. They probably do. We probably walk in there and we get all 4. In fact, give me, bro. Give me, bro. Didn't mean to fall like that. Come on, chat. Here we go. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. We're good. What the hell? Hunter there. Why'd they put that there?
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of S.T.A.L.K.E.R's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Not sure if I'll be returning to Fallout 4. Maybe. Maybe. If we're out of games we want to play. What are we missing out here? Nothing?
You take lead.
We're being watched.
You think? Oh, bear. Why? Why? Let me save it right here. I want to see if there's a way we can get down there. See what happens if we get down there. Get rid of those effects on us. Oh, let's go. You have the game Path of Titans? I do not. I've actually not even heard of that game before. I do not. Is it an old game, newer game? Whoa. That's a pristine one. Where's my... I'm supposed to be able to call in. Oh, I'm not wearing it. I took it off. Yeah, throw rocks at him. Throw rocks at him. Got the Titans is an online dinosaur game? Oh, okay. I've not heard of it, no. Sounds cool, though. I'm gonna have to get down there. So this is a way to get through the secret path. You're able to fight his ass without having to get down there. Nice.
Yahtzee, remind me not to make you mad.
No. Oh, that's annoying. It put his stuff up there. Dude. Damn. I gotta be able to get up there, bro. There's a way I could jump higher, that would be sick. I don't think it's possible. Damn it. How far back was this? Oh, if it wasn't that far back. Oh, it's here. Whoa. Okay, I see. There's a thing right there. Doesn't look like there's anything over there, so we might just Run our asses across. Alright, let's do this shit. Don't jump down after we kill him. We'll get the stuff when it's up here. Excuse me.
We get them next time, dear.
Next one's mine.
Oh, now it puts it down here. See, quest item. We would have needed that. We literally would have needed that. So it makes sense that I restarted. Gosh, we needed it. Oh, we didn't even have to go down there, bro. What? Actually, yeah. That was the only way down, and that's the only way to get that stuff. Okay, cool. Whoa.
Don't think Magfolk arms work like
Never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
Here we go.
Are they attacking it? Or are they all just attacking me? Hey, let's go.
On your right.
We make a good squad.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard on. We gotta live to tell this tale.
Holy shit. We have to kill him, huh? Oh shit. That was rough. Oh shit. Bruh.
You have come at last, after so long.
Excuse me?
You are so small. We questioned if you were real.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Then steps. A voice. Through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, You are here.
What is this garden of mine? Solid ground, or am I dreaming?
It is real enough to hold us. A fortress, a nightmare. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Something happening in Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will take you there.
Magic that powerful always has a cost. Like, what if I'm being tricked to open it to let her free?
A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We must. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death. It should have been better. For us. For him. We deserve mercy. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. And yet you have... We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing you killed. Already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what... Yes! We long for this too. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long. Perhaps. What if the bear spirit came to inhabit another's flesh? Unity. Emergence. We would become one. We could guide you. We could care for you. You would never be desolate again. You would not question if you were loved. and we would never be alone. We would be entwined with your heart. What? Perhaps we deserve this. Yes, after all we have done. At least we shall know peace. Silence, stillness. We are done, unsown. Peace.
Wodaka's call calls forth a mage folk ally that erupts from the earth to smite your enemies. Destroy S.T.A.L.K.E.R to absorb their power. I don't think we could have trusted her, man. The freaking dream scourge, all this lying, all this weirdness. I just went with not being able to trust. Just cut ties from all this. Let it be. Let it be. I didn't care to be siding with Wodaka, but I wonder what the other ability would have been. Uh-oh. Shit.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
Whoa.
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel?
Bit dizzy, but fine.
Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't finished yet.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that.
Based on their growth and size,
Time for a cooker in the garden, Jad was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time?
it's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R banners past the barricades.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I
Oh,
see
shit.
Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
Blessed
More decisions.
That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start this himself.
The S.T.A.L.K.E.R have been itching for a fight this whole time.
Before we go, what happened?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R's gone forever, and the Dream Scourge with them.
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, The spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and S.T.A.L.K.E.R in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
Don't know how I should feel.
There is no right way to feel.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
A minute cooldown's crazy.
Sansa, how did you make it out here? Why? They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. Oh, what does the corrode? It's an outrage. What did the artisans or merchants do to them? They broke some glass. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now?
If you're looking for survival,
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry, On the very first page.
We should move.
Envoy, wait! I took some supplies when I ran. I'll even give you a discount. You know.
Snow? Why
Happened.
is there snow here? That's gotta be Ringgrim's work.
I don't know.
But why snow?
Was there a party camp or something? Okay, cool. It's a party camp, so I can use things to upgrade.
Is that you?
Upgrade all the way, upgrade all the way. Damn, that takes a lot. This takes a lot. So I literally just need one more steel chunk. I know we can buy some, but okay, we can just craft all these bitches. Fully upgraded that, so we just need one living steel chunk. Wait, can we craft it yet? Actually, are we able to craft one more? What if I break stuff down? Should be enough, right? Oh, it's this thing. Let's actually see if that was enough. go. Let's go. So all the stuff we have is fully upgraded. This thing is like gold looking. Yep. Y'all really want to talk right now?
So, in times like these, hope is everything. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. But politically, I intend to send a message to the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring? Get some rest then. Besides, I need to tinker on. Don't stay. You too. We should take a moment to... You killed a god. How does it feel? I wonder if a god experiences suffering like the rest of us. What a loss. But to exist is not always a kindness. S.T.A.L.K.E.R's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that we cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions. For better or worse, let's hope it all works out in the end. Because the other gods aren't coming to answer our prayers. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. You too.
There you are, Envoy. Understood. Same here. I guess whatever happens, at least we stopped the Dream Scourge, right? This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out. You said it, not me. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speech... It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Okay. Upgraded everything.
Envoy? Is it really you? Kostya told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were dead.
Damn, he's got some
What did you
red
see
hair.
there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with the
Artuska.
Everyone,
This is what
please,
he's been talking
please.
about.
We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy.
What happened?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerity is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but.
What of this god, then? What does it mean that you destroyed them?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her S.T.A.L.K.E.R laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
I seem to remember killing one at the top of my forehead.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
We knew she wasn't dead, though.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's run through the militia like a whirlwind.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
She's gonna try killing me again, isn't she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making so long as her passion for Wodica lives.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good.
It is not, I think...
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution.
Sure. Just...
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine and the Tusks?
You could start with blame...
Ludwine's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her into submission?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against R.E.P.O that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands.
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
I've answered your questions. Now, Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new... Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. R.E.P.O will come. Indeed, we are already here. Oh, Envoy, no. Think of the Emperor. They're ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all...
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking.
We were fine before R.E.P.O came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Envoy, be rational. This would be madness. We are all strangers to each other. We can't govern. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart when they're looking after their own.
Thirdborn alone couldn't stand against the storm. But the might of all of us, together, we could deter any but the most fearsome adversaries.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god's power in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? When my people return to F.T.A.L.K.E.R, we could create such miracles of animancy, the Living Lands would become the breadbasket of the world.
Of course. The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran weapons. Our customs would be turned toward a This island would be safe for the first. Of course.
Envoy, honestly.
You have seen more of this land, and met more of its people. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to investigate an impossible problem.
You entered a poisonous garden and killed a rogue god. And in our dealings together, I found you to be a person of substance and conviction.
But mostly, it's because you're Adiran, so I trust you. And these fine people here are going to do whatever they like if they don't agree with you anyway. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
It's a mealy-mouthed compromise. But better than going on as my wardens have been. Barely able to feed ourselves or protect our sorry hides. And who knows?
A grave room wouldn't be my first choice. But we're going to need a hand with all the dream thralls left in Shatterscarp. So if the Emperor's willing to...
With the Dream Scourge ended, my people can soon return to F.T.A.L.K.E.R. I suppose we could send Adir what's left. But when lean times come, who will we feed first?
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. They want to bleed us dry. To fill their coffers and fight their wars. To break...
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But only the strong survive the frontier. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally. Well, give the matter some thought. You owe that much to yourself, at least. Well... Gods have mercy.
You can count on Thirdborn. Our cannons stand with the living lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the living lands.
I will not countenance this lunacy. Solus stands opposed.
We deserve this opportunity.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope...
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
The living lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Good luck, Envoy.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the S.T.A.L.K.E.R how the living lands takes care of its own.
Time to stop the S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Let's go free us.
This we shall tear your enemies apart.
Hey. Damn.
We've got company!
Coming from your right!
I don't see it. Beat his ass, guys. Yeah.
Foolish. We shall tear your enemies apart.
So I'm assuming if we didn't help him and we had to kill him, you know, we wouldn't have him right now. So that's cool that it affected that.
You asked for it!
I'll hang back and watch the gate. Another win, but who's counting?
Just what everyone needs at the end. Someone to watch him die.
Either you're made of iron, or Adiran armor is better than I thought.
Barely holding on, really. I'll always thank the gods that we took down the mines and crippled the Living Land's resistance. Survive. They flatter me. I'm barely hanging on. Those resist. On that note, I can't believe, after everything we accomplished and shattered, why? What right do the others have? You won't.
They gonna make you talk to every character in the game at the end here, or what? Let's finish this damn game.
Take your best shot.
Well, if you insist.
Corfior Mesiberno!
Stop right there.
I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. Well, you're here now.
I don't remember who that is. That's either the spy we had got, or that's the lady from the very beginning that puts us with Kai. Wait, is that the canal by her?
We should go now. While the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside? Is someone... Aha!
What canals, bro?
Your days are numbered. That was a close one.
Yeah.
Thought we had a key. Oh, it's in here, isn't it?
Envoy over here. What exactly do you think you're doing?
Liviana, don't you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now, what have you got to say for you? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard. And Kai,
Come on, I couldn't have kept him.
I knew you were a bad influence. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're damn lucky to be one of those few. At least for now. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but Gods be with you, Envoy.
That's why I adore Liviana. For a peacemonger, she can be very authoritative.
What's going on back here? So we must have missed the door for the canals or some shit.
Envoy.
One for you!
Oh, big mistake.
What the f? She has the giant ones?
Taking the main platform.
Boudica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit. Shall we?
Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
She could use some payback for Naku Kubel, don't you think?
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? Our conflict was foretold the moment you were born. You can look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He failed.
You can tell Boudica yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence, or my treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, S.T.A.L.K.E.R may be gone, but their offspring remain. Congratulations. No. The gods brought us together for a reason. Steel yourself, Envoy. All this time, I fair.
Let's finish this.
You won't be missed. Look.
You shows. What a shame it has to end.
Beat her ass, dude. Let's go.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
I forgot to talk to her again at the camp beforehand. I'll learn how to kill her.
But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
But yeah, what he said.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it.
We beat it, baby.
The ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where S.T.A.L.K.E.R dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Paradise's rebels cannot accept your version of independence. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, only a few of his people ally themselves with the United Settlements. To them, you will always be the oppressor. The refugees of S.T.A.L.K.E.R resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. In time, the people of S.T.A.L.K.E.R return to their city of Fior-Messiverno. Research yields new developments in the struggle against nature. Technology is shared among the United Settlements. The Empire cannot get in the way of progress. Though free, Shatterscarp is still haunted by the surviving Dream Thralls after the destruction of Naku Kubel. The routine hunt for the remaining monsters becomes part of Thirdborn's everyday life, another chore atop a hardscrabble existence with few comforts. The youthful make a game of the hunt, retrieving artifacts from the dead to return to those they left behind. With Solace Keep destroyed, the Pargrunen take their first steps into a world their ancestors once roamed at will. For some, this is the adventure of a lifetime. For others, the new freedom is terrifying, and they rush to build fledgling settlements. Kostya spends his days on the road, establishing trade routes. It is a hard life, bereft of the luxuries he once dreamed of. But there is promise. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood.
Is this the S.T.A.L.K.E.R voice actor
Armed
without
with
the
this
effects?
knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. With Solace gone, however, Marius never has a chance to reconcile with his people. Outside of a few travelers here and there, his connection with the Wardens is completely lost. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yachtsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Mes Iverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yachtsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom S.T.A.L.K.E.R never had. You promise to cherish it. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Oh, damn that cut though. Cut. We did it. How long is this gonna take? Is this copyright? Is this copyright? We finally did it, chat. We finally did it. The final battle had you 9 times with killer, 3 times, 4 times? Okay. Well, there we go. Finally, we have beat Avowed. Let's freaking go, man. If you've been watching this story, I appreciate you. It's been a long journey. I didn't make a playlist for it. I don't think. Maybe I did. If not, I might make a playlist and add all the streams to it just so it's easier, because there's quite a few episodes. In case people want to watch through stuff, because I basically completed everything on the maps and gathered everything on the maps, all that kind of stuff. But overall, great game. A lot of dialogue. But if you're somebody that enjoys playing a game for a while, then it's perfect. But that was fun. I liked it. Scratch that itch of an open world game. Not necessarily open world, but you know what I mean, like Skyrim, Fallout. Although, whenever the new Fallout season TV show start to come out, we might revisit and play New Vegas. But as for now, this game scratched that itch, so I enjoyed it. Those of you that stuck around, I appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your morning, day, and night, wherever you are watching from. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, whether that's tomorrow for our stream date, or whatever game we end up playing, whether that's R.E.P.O, Warzone, Schedule 1, or something new. Who knows? Anyways, I need to get out of here and eat some food and get off. It's late. Got stuff I need to do. Finally glad to be done with this game. It was great. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.